So I want to walk you through this presentation about composition, which we're going to define exactly and precisely as arranging your artwork. Composition exactly is the arrangement of subjects or elements in your artwork. When we are talking about composition, we want to consider, first of all, that your composition be not too empty and not too full. It is just right. Just right fullness. There's a little bit of empty space for your eye to rest. There's just enough detail to be engaging and exciting, but not overwhelming. Number 2, we want to use overlap to create space. By putting one object or subject in front of another, you create the illusion of depth. Make it balanced. A composition can have symmetrical balance, where one subject is offset symmetrically by another subject equally and opposite, or it can have asymmetrical balance, where the focal point or subjects are balanced across the entire rest of the composition. And lastly, have a clear focal point. Ways to support your focal point include putting it on a rule of thirds line, using a contrast of value at the focal point, isolating your focal point, having things point to it or lead to it, and making it different from the rest. Putting it at the intersection of the thirds makes your focal point really stand out nicely, rather than putting it in the middle, which is really only effective if you're using and creating a symmetrical composition. Using a contrast of value at your focal point. Areas of highest contrast will attract the viewer's attention. Isolating your focal point by bringing it closer to view, in or out of subject focus areas. Isolating your focal point is an effective tool. Have things pointing to it. Leading lines, actual shapes pointing to your focal point, all are effective ways of leading us to your focal point. Make it different from the rest. Color is very good for this, but it's not the only tool you can use to make your focal point different from the rest.